Welcome viewers once again to another new and exciting TV box review. Today's model is from a company called vSeeBox, and just in time for the holidays they released their latest model called the V1 Pro. So like all live TV models, what you are mostly paying for is the live TV service and not so much the box itself. However, it can all be worth your investment if its hardware is of a high quality. So in this review, we focus mostly on the box itself and its Android features, and I'll vaguely touch on the service they provide because of what YouTube's guidelines are regarding these live TV models. So to find out what those are, stay tuned, my full review is up next. So I'm back, and in this package contains your standard TV box contents. These include the box itself, one infrared remote, one HDMI cable, a 5V 2 amps DC power adapter, an external antenna, and a user manual. So this model has an attractive all-plastic design with a diamond cut pattern with the vSeeBox branding to the top. For input-output, it has one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port, one optical audio, one AV port, its DC power input jack, two USB 2.0 ports, and a micro SD card reader. At the front, you have an LED power light and an LED display. And below the box, you have four anti-skid rubber feet and lots of ventilation holes. So this box starts with a simple splash screen, then you're taken to a first startup wizard. Once completed, you are taken to the launcher. So this launcher is called the Grape Launcher, and it's running on Android TV OS, so it has some semblance of the official Android TV OS launcher. It has horizontal scrolling panels for apps installed, recommended apps, and your system settings. On the bottom panel, you have a memory cleanup feature, system updates, and you have some launcher settings such as startup apps and parental controls. And to the very top of the launcher, you have a weather widget. This launcher does not feature a navigation bar or status bar because it's Android TV OS. So this firmware was built using the Android 10 TV OS SDK, and here is its firmware build information. It features 4K display up to 2160p at 60Hz, and this is true 60Hz as detected by my capture card. You have HDR display with an auto HDR feature which makes it compatible with both HDR and non-HDR TVs. It has built-in screen rotation to portrait mode, reverse portrait, and reverse landscape. It has HDMI CEC options, mouse pointer options, audio pass-through option, surround sound audio options, 54 various languages to choose from, and the Google Assistant feature. Let's take a quick look at its system and hardware information. This chipset is Allwinner, and it comes with 4GB of DDR3 RAM and 32GB of internal storage. Its Bluetooth version is 5.0. Its CPU, which is the Allwinner H616, is a quad-core Cortex A53 CPU clocked at 1.5 GHz, configured in a 32-bit mode. So again, we see the downclocking of its CPU to curb overheating. Its GPU is the Mali G31 with OpenGL version 3.2 support. It has dual band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its operating system is Android 10, and it shows that the device is not rooted. Under devices, it shows that it does not have Vulkan support. Under thermal, they blocked the temperature sensor, and that is no surprise. Under codecs, it comes with all the decoders for the playback of 4K HDR videos, and there are no surround sound audio decoders. So again, surround sound will have to be generated at the software level, and that's its system and hardware information. So this box is fully Google certified with the digital rights to stream subscription services in HD and 4K. However, it does not have a Netflix ESN certification. Here it shows that it has Google Widevine Level 1 with HDCP 2.2 protection, and it also shows that the box is not rooted. So with this DRM level, you can watch Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, HBO Max and others in HD and 4K.
My brother, he was killed by servants of Sauron.
For Netflix, it comes pre-installed with the modified version that can show up to HD 1080p resolution. For mobile screen mirroring, it comes with the official version of Miracast in the form of the Miracast receiver app, and here I'm casting my Android cell phone in HD without issues. For watching YouTube videos, with the Android TV version and the Smart YouTube TV version, you only get up to HD 1080p resolution with no HDR. I will now test its 4K HDR and HLG HDR capabilities. So from this demonstration, I got 4K HDR, a couple of videos failed to play, and it does not have HLG HDR display. For surround sound audio, I tested every mainstream media player such as Kodi, the MX player and the VLC player, and the results are not good, as none of these players could produce any surround sound audio formats at the software level. And as we saw earlier during its system and hardware information, its firmware does not have any surround sound audio decoders.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object.
For graphics rendering, it does not have any Vulkan support, so you are restricted to medium to low graphics settings for games to run smoothly. Also, they blocked the temperature sensor, so there's no telling if it's overheating during gaming. So here I connected my Bluetooth gamepad and I'm playing Shadowgun Legends on medium graphics settings, and the gameplay is not too bad. So let's now take a look at its benchmarks and where it places on my rankings chart. First, its RAM and internal storage. It has a RAM copy speed of 2654 megabytes per second. Its internal storage has a read speed of 145 megabytes per second and a write speed of 109. In its Wi-Fi and Ethernet LAN speed test, based on my network speed of 154 megabits per second, only its Ethernet LAN port achieved the maximum speed of my network, which also proves that it's a gigabit LAN port. Its 5 GHz band, on the other hand, achieved 57%, and the 2.4 GHz band achieved 25%, so its Wi-Fi bands underperforming in this test. In testing its single-core and multi-core CPU performance, the Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark generated scores of 101 single-core and 271 multi-core. In benchmarking its graphics rendering, in the 3DMark graphics benchmark, it only qualified for the basic slingshot test with no Vulkan support, and in this test it got a score of 413. And in the Antutu benchmark, it scored 64,522. So that's the last of them. Let's now see where it places this box on my rankings chart. So the scores are in, and the vSeeBox V1 Pro is at position 83 based on its Antutu benchmark score, and it received a 2 out of 5 star rating. So as usual, you can view this chart on my blog where you can maximize it and compare various benchmarks and features. I also provide coupon links and price comparison pages using these links right here. See the link in the description below this video. So in summary, they decided to choose a cheap Android TV box to run their live TV service at a price tag of around $299. The focus, as indicated earlier, is on their live TV and video on demand service and not so much the box itself. However, from my experience, when paying such a high price tag for these models, one usually would like a good high-performance TV box as well, so that in the event the service does not pan out, you still got a good quality TV box for your money. The cons in this box outweighs the pros, and I would strongly recommend that they move away from Allwinner to provide their service. The service itself, however, is limited in the availability of channels. So that brings to an end this review. If you are interested in this model or the service they provided a regular $50 coupon and a $60 limited Black Friday coupon along with a buy 3 get 1 free Black Friday promotion. So to take advantage, see the link in the description below this video. So give this video the thumbs up if the information contained was of value. If this is the first time viewing one of my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before leaving by clicking the red subscribe button and ringing the notifications bell. This ensures that you don't miss a beat when I release new videos or decide to do a giveaway. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Stay tuned and see you in the next one.